Hello everyone and welcome back to another RIP 9 video. I hear rumbling in my headset. I've never noticed that before. So we left off at a very suspenseful cliffhanger. And she just saw a silhouette and it scared the heck out of her and she's afraid it's going to kill her. I felt death itself come near and closed my eyes hoping to escape it. Seconds later, I felt her grip on my arm and I prepared for the worst. Well, that was anticlimactic. Dang it. When I opened my eyes, I found Kureha pulling me by the arm. We hurried to the central stairs to the 3rd floor. Maybe he saw it too. Upon entering the classroom, Kureha quickly shut the door. Yeah. Kureha gently comforted me as I gasped for air. I nodded, still trying to catch my breath. I patiently waited until I regained my composure. It's alright, I'm okay now. Thank you so much for saving me. I don't know what I would have done if you didn't show up. I was certain she's gonna have to use those new flower petals that she got. If Kureha hadn't showed up when he did, I likely would be. Somehow I knew that thing meant death. Just thinking about it made me shiver. That's funny because I'm pretty sure that silhouette is a character from one of the other routes. It didn't feel like the other ghost though. Seriously? He's a wraith? What does wraith say in the glossary? The tormented heart, a ghost will turn to a wraith. Well, that was a very standard definition, I guess. It didn't tell me what a wraith was. A wraith. I clenched my hands, both of which were still shaking. He didn't attack though, he just stood there. Kureha's serious look made me anxious. That's really frightening. Kureha's gaze remained tense. Slowly I began to feel unnerved even by his presence. He extended his hand towards me and I instinctively stepped back. Kureha, what are you doing? He quickly changed his expression and smiled. That was very nice. Huh? Except you frightened her, remember? Now of all times. Let's see, what's the choice? Okay, so the correct answer is, I'm glad it was only a joke, so we'll say that was terrible of you. Don't tease me at a time like this. Aww. You hurt his feelings. Oh, Kureha. Were you really just trying to make me less scared? You should do it anyway. I want to see what happens. Happy as I was that he was trying to make me feel better, it was a terrible joke. I felt a bitter smile creep up on my face. In the end, my hand has stopped shaking. Well, mission accomplished. My hand stopped shaking, and that's all thanks to you. I showed my steady hand to Kureha. He smiled, relieved. Indeed, thank you. I'm gonna take a chance that it meets up with the other choice. I think in the last episode, I went back like 4 times. Trying to get everything back up to where it was. I'm glad it was just a joke. Phew, I'm glad it was just a joke. For a moment I thought you might have gone crazy because I'm a member of the living.
これでも確信を持って言えるんだぞ。お前自身に惹かれていると。
Right. I understand. His directness threw me off, despite knowing full well he just meant me as a person. Kureha has a tendency to be so direct sometimes. Now I found my heart racing for a totally different reason. Well, really. I do trust you, Kureha, but you really had me fooled with your acting.
そうか。俺の演技力も捨てたもんじゃないな。
But I won't fall for it next time. From now on, my trust in you is even stronger.
Oh.
He's blushing. There you go again. Pretty good acting with your embarrassed look on your face. He's like, that was real. What? I said something wrong. He seemed amused, but I, on the other hand, was puzzled. Is he still trying to cheer me up?
でもお前が無事でよかった。こっちも肝が冷えたんだぞ。
Excellent. I timed that playback perfect.
今回は早く気づけたからよかったが、今度から学校中に響くほどの悲鳴を上げてくれ。
So does that mean you'll come rescue me?
それしかないだろう。お前に何かあってはいけないからな。
Yeah, super protective over you. His look of concern made me feel reassured, yet I couldn't help feeling a bit helpless. No matter what I do, I'll never be able to face down a wraith on my own. I realized it would be best to face my own limitations and do everything I could to ensure he didn't worry about me. Kureha, I'm off to investigate the next of the 7 wonders. Will you come with me?
もちろんだ。お前を一人では行かせない。
Yeah, not as a human. Thank you. Just having you by my side makes me feel all the more courageous.
それは嬉しいな。お前の支えに慣れているようで。
His blush is so cute, but he just looks off to the side. You shouldn't just feel that way. You actually do make me stronger. Kureha's touch was gentle and reassuring.
俺もお前がそばにいると力がみなぎってくる。聖者の時にあった活力が湧いてきて生きているのではと錯覚するほどだ。
Did he actually touch her though? I was wondering.
だからこれからも頼ってくれ。これは俺の願いだ。
I'm happy too. You've been a great help, Kureha. We exchanged smiles and began walking back. But after a single step, Kureha hesitated.
そうだ。提案なんだが、お前を守りやすいようすぐそばにいてほしいと考えていてな。
Stay within arm's reach. Then he offered his sword sheath to me. Oh?
これを握っていてくれないか。手をつなげない代わりだ。
You're gonna hang on to it like a twig between two people. That's kind of funny though. Would you hold hands with her if you could? Your sword's sheath.
ああ。お前が保健室で休んでいる間、七不思議を探しつついろいろ考えていて、この名案が浮かんだんだ。どうだ？いいと思わないか？
Kureha's eyes flashed with enthusiasm and I couldn't help but chuckle. Yes, it certainly is a unique plan. Holding his sheath is an odd idea, but it's so like Kureha. His oddity brought a smile to my face, was I say. A little strange in his thingy, but always deadly serious. I walked towards him and held his sheath. Let's head out, shall we? He nodded, pleased, and we left together. I'm gonna start saying he, like his name is... It doesn't roll off my tongue very well. Sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it's just all slurred together. Walking by her side, I glanced back over at her. Her hand was clutched tightly on the sheath of my sword. Aha, my plan worked perfectly. As we walked, Yui appeared ahead.
ごきげんよう、二人とも。これからどちらへ？
Hey Yui, we're off to the library investigating one of the 7 wonders.
そう、頑張ってね。ねえ、どうしてクレハさんの刀の柄を握っているの？
I wonder if he's going to be embarrassed by this.
これは俺が握らせているんだ。すぐそばにいてくれた方が守りやすいからな。
Oh, I guess not. After saying that, I smiled to her and she smiled back at me. Though I wanted her to stay close to protect her, I felt like our hearts were growing closer too.
あら、クレハさん、肩に何かついているわ。
We moved closer suddenly and
守るだけの目的ならいいけれど、異性として彼女を思わないことね。うつしおへの帰り道、彼女を迷わせたら許さない。
she used that as an excuse to get close. Whoa, she is warning you. You better stay away. I feel like Yui is going to be an antagonist in this just by that right there. What happens if he does develop feelings for her? Does she get stuck there? She pulled away from me after saying this with a gloomy smile on her face. What's wrong?
クレハさんの肩に悪い虫がついていたような気がしたのだけれど、気のせいだったみたい。ごめん遊ばせ、クレハさん。
ああ、気にするな。
You've made it awkward now. These words were quite harsh. Why would I want to keep her here? I knew that was impossible. Yes, I was drawn to her naturally, but these feelings could never be romantic. Even if they did rise to that level, I wouldn't allow myself to get in the way of her going home. I'd protect her while she could see me and watch over her silently when she couldn't. That was my promise. I wonder if something happens, like when you develop feelings for a human. It's like in Cupid Parasite when Cupid developed feelings for someone, she lost her Cupid powers. Either that or Yui's a bad person. Along the path to the library, I told Kureha about the wish-granting book I'd heard about. Just as we arrived, I finished the tale. That's basically the gist of the rumors. It's not exactly a ghost, so it's not too scary.
命が芽生えることのない物体からなる噂話だったか。
He thinks it's scary. Kureha looked rather upset. His voice seems a bit shaky too. Well, that's right. Kureha mentioned he doesn't like scary stories very much. He seemed fine when we met Hibiki, so I had largely forgotten about his fears. Not only am I constantly relying on him, I also forgot about this.
よし。それでは何から始める？張り切って手伝うぞ。
He's being extra loud. I didn't know if Kureha was forcing himself to be cheerful, but he was definitely acting strange. Alright, it's have him help, so just have him watch over me. And yet, with the sheer amount of books here, I knew I needed all the help I could get to find the blood-colored book. Just have him watch over me. We're gonna do that one first. When you're scared, being alone can often accelerate those fearful emotions. I hope he doesn't feel that way. I'll keep looking through the book, so can I have you watch me?
それは戦力外通告か。
Oh. Huh? No, that's not it at all. I just thought it would be great if you could jump in to help when something happens.
なるほど。確かにそうだな。うん。それならそうしよう。
Thank you. I breathed a sigh of relief and then noticed that Kureha was doing the same. I guess he was afraid. After that, I got Kureha to search the top rows of the shelf while I scanned the lower parts. It's probably where it picks up, so back. Alright, we're gonna have him help. If I refused his help, he might feel even worse. Yeah, I should be the one to protect Kureha from his fears right now. Fortunately, the scary story wasn't all that scary to me, leaving me feeling calm and composed. We're looking for a book with a blood red cover. I'll go look on this shelf, so you can check that shelf, Kureha.
よーし頑張るぞ
I wonder if he's being extra loud to like scare off ghosts. He definitely is acting weird. We moved towards the bookshelves and started looking through them. Suddenly... I ran over to the bookshelf where Kureha was and noticed a book by his feet. What happened?
あ、いや、視界の隅で何かうごめいたような気がしたのだが。気のせいだったようだ。声を荒げてすまない。
This guardian protector will protect her from any bad guy. This is really cute when he's like super scared of ghosts. That's alright, I'm just glad it was nothing. While saying that, I patted Kureha on the back like he always did for me and tried to calm him down.
Oh.
What is it?
いや、死んでいるというのに動機が激しい気がして。
He must have been really scared. Maybe it's better if we stick together. In the section I'm looking through, I'm having trouble looking in the higher shelves. Do you think you could help me? Trying to minimize any negative feelings, I offered this compromise and was relieved to see Kureha nod. After that, I got Kureha to search the top rows of the shelves while I scanned the lower parts. That's good.
話では必要なものの前にだけ現れ、目にしたら引きつけられるということだったが。
So it lines up perfectly where Ryan backtracked to. That's good. But those were just rumors, and it's possible that they were wrong.
これまでで学んだか。
Yes, a lot of the rumors so far have been wrong.
この独特な空気だ。うつしおでは隠れて見えないようになっていても、必ず存在するだろう。
Right, I'll try and look harder. Alright, let's find that red-colored book. Okay, so there's a lot of choices, and there's only one correct choice. So, do I want to look at all of them? Let's look at all of them. Second red book on the right is the correct one. So we're going to do red book on the left. This looks like it could be it. I flipped through the pages but didn't see anything that looked like it could grant wishes. I closed the book and put it back. Second red book on the left. This looks like it could be it. Okay, same thing. Red book on the right. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I have to go back or... I mean, I shouldn't have to go back, right? It doesn't go anywhere. The second red book on the left. When I touched the book, I felt an incredibly strange sensation. Somehow I knew it was the one, even without opening the blood red cover. This has to be it. Kureha, this is the book.
見つかったか。手に持っていると危険かもしれない。床に置いた方がいい。
Just leave it on the floor. Okay.
わしを粗末に扱うのは許さんぞ。
Oh my goodness. It talked. Whoa. The voice came from the red book and I dropped it in shock.
痛い。もっと優しく丁寧に扱え。若者が。
The book's pages fluttered like a mouth moving up and down. Sorry, you just startled me. I moved to pick it up, but Kureha White Edge's sheet stopped me.
あ、俺が拾う。お前は下がっていろ。
Seems like I really want to protect her, but I don't like it. He's shaking like a leaf. No, I'm okay. This is my task. They'll let me handle it. I can't always be the one being protected. Besides, a talking book might be weird, but it's not that scary.
だが。
Trust me, please.
わかった。ここはお前に任せよう。
I smiled and reached for the book again. After picking it up, I carried it to a nearby table. I set it down carefully and heard a satisfied sigh from the book.
さてと、願いを言ってみるのじゃ。
So it's just as the rumors say, you really are a wish-granting book.
さよう。わしを見つけた者に褒美として願いを叶えてやっておる。お主は幸運じゃのう。普段ならば探したところでそう簡単には見つからん。まったく、この忌々しい空気のせいで台無しじゃ。せっかくかくれんぼを楽しんでいるというのに。
So this is all just a game to him. I didn't think it would be scary, but this twist left me feeling oddly drained.
恐ろしいものでなくて安心したが、願いを叶えるというのが引っかかる。
After hearing it speak, Kureha seemed to relax a bit more too.
お前は、いや、あなたは何者なんだ？
お主の相手はせん。 わしを見つけたのは娘の方なのだからな。
He sure is a rude book, isn't he?
そうか。
I suppose that makes sense, but can a ghost really grant wishes?
して娘、願いはなんじゃ？あまり物騒なものを言ってくれるなよ。わしの美しさが損なわれていくでな。
Your looks?
汚れた願いを言う者が多くての、本が忌々しい色彩へと染め上げられ困っておるのじゃよ。
So that's why it's blood red from all of those past wishes. The thought alone made me shiver. Maybe I shouldn't ask for any more details. I'll just make my wish and go. Just as I was about to speak my wish, I hesitated. What if there's a better wish? Like simply restoring this place to the real world. I glanced at Kureha, who was lost in thought. Then I turned back to the red book. Please return this space to the original school.
申し訳ないが、それはできぬ。
Why not?
わしとて神に立てつくのは嫌での。すまんが、他の願いにしてくれ。
おい、今、神って言ったか？
Kureha and I were both taken aback. The gods behind my being spirited away. He pressed the red book for answers. Then it finally sighed.
なるほど。神隠しか。言い得て妙じゃの。
Did you have to tell me more about this god that spirited me away? The red book stayed silent for a while before flipping its pages open.
この空間は神が作ったものとだけ言っておこ
He's gonna take that as your wish.
う。あまり口にすれば目をつけられかねん。悪いが、これ以上は勘弁してくれ。
It made it sound as if this guy was watching us, and I felt a chill run down my spine.
お主の願いが今のものだけなら残念ながら役には立てん。棚に戻してくれんか。
さっきの情報だけでも知れてよかったじゃないか。今は本来の目的を果たそう。
Yeah, you're right. I shook off my disappointment and turned to face the book again. I do have a wish. I want to know your name.
これは驚いた。わしの名を知りたい人間がいるとは。悪いが、それは願いの範疇ではない。あやかしは特別な契約でもなければ、あまり名を口にしない。ただでは教えぬ。
So it's a spirit. I guess that explains the wish granting. I didn't realize names were so important to both ghosts and spirits alike. Then how can I learn your name then?
そうじゃのう。お主と何か契約する気も起きんし。まあ、交換条件として名でももらっておくか。
I quickly turned to Kureha. He just shook his head, staying silent. Normally, I just blurt out my name, but in this world, if ghosts were lurking and listening, I couldn't just carelessly reveal my name. I don't exactly trust this talking red book either. What if it does something to me the moment I say my name? Lost in these thoughts, the red book began turning its own pages.
これはわしとお主との秘め事。故に他に知られぬよう、互いにここへ記すこととしよう。
That meant no other ghost would find out, but then a brush appeared out of thin air. It seemed to want me to use it. Do I even have a choice? I hesitantly picked up the brush and stared at the crimson red pages. Like the cover of the book itself, the pages were the color of blood and filled me with dread. Then I felt someone touch my arm. It was Kureha. Oh, he looks worried. Kureha looked troubled, his gaze drifting. He seemed torn, wanting to stop me, but knowing it might be our only chance to initiate a spiriting away and escape this place. If I push Kureha to speak now, he might regret it later. It's okay. Remember, I said I'd handle this. Forced smiled, hoping to reassure him.
すまない。
He released my arm with a sigh. Here goes nothing. I began writing on the dark red pages. Yeah, start. I had to press A. Edit? Oh, there we go. It said, use the name that your character is, and make sure you capitalize it. Or make sure you have it written out exactly how your name is. So if you have a capital M, use a capital M. If you don't, then don't. Misa. Misa. Name input complete. Proceed. Yes. After writing my name, I put the brush down. The writing vanished as if absorbed by the book, and then... My name is Hagiwara, a spirit who served the Dragon Palace. The Dragon Palace. I was reminded of the story I heard as a child. Can't be. Austin thought I noticed the book snapshot. Book. A ghost who enjoyed playing hide and seek with the living. Its true nature is a spirit named Hagiwara. He supposedly served in the palace. As the name suggests, it grants people's wishes.
さて、これで良いかな?
Yes, thank you. Did you know you're one of the school's 7 wonders?
それはもちろんじゃ。人間に忘れられないようここを選び、七不思議の一つになろうと奮闘したのだぞ。
You tried to become one yourself.
さよう。人間に忘れられれば存在が消えてしまうでな。あやかしとは儚いものよ。わらべが多いここはうってつけであったぞ。信じやすく好奇心旺盛であるからな。一人の生徒の願いを叶えてやったら即座に噂が広まり、皆わしに夢中じゃ。
I see.
あやかしというのは大変だな。他にも困っているあやかしがいるのなら、七不思議の座を喜んで譲りたい。
I still don't understand how you get to be a 7 wonder. Like, what qualifies you?
そうかそうか。困っている者がいたら提案してみよう。
Maybe if you're just talked up enough, you become one of the 7 wonders? I don't know.
だが、お主の噂話は有名すぎるゆえ、そう簡単には奪えまい。
Yeah, it sounds like it. If your rumor is famous enough, you became a 7 wonder. I suppose that's true. After all, I'd first heard whispers of Kara soon after joining the school. Kureha looked pensive, sighing heavily.
というか、俺のことを知っているんだな。今回が初めてと思っていたが、どこかで会っていたか。
いや、これが初対面じゃ。だが、生徒の会話からカラカラさんの話は聞いておったからの。俺、その見た目、噂通りの風貌じゃ。お主以外当てはまらんだろ
う。そうか。
So the book figured out he was Kara based on his looks as well.
楽しい時を過ごせて満足じゃ。名を教えてほしいと言った生徒はお主が初めて。
I thought Yui got spirited away, so didn't she have to go around and get names too?
なんとも新鮮で心地よいものじゃの。
I'm glad to hear that. I'll put you back now.
ああ、待て待て。願いを叶えてはやれんかったが、楽しいひとときの礼に、わしが知っておるある伝承を教えよう。
A legend? What kind of legend?
大昔、この地に伝わっていたものじゃ。役立つものではないだろうが、これくらいしかできぬでな。
With that, the book opened up again, revealing words on a page. Kureha and I both leaned in to read the legend. One a long time. Long, long ago, children in these lands would often disappear. The villagers would search and search, but none of them were ever found. Something strange is going on here. Maybe a beast took them. You mean to say they were eaten? There are rumors of a man-eating wolf who lives in the next village over. It has come to our village now. Indeed, and soon it will pose a threat to all of us. The villagers got worried and sleepless. They began leaving offerings at the base of the mountains. The wolf filled his belly with their offerings day after day, yet the children kept vanishing. Another child's vanished. Then the offerings are meaningless. That's not true. I saw other animals eating the offerings the other day. The wolf never got it. Then let's dig out a cave and leave offerings to the wolf there. Wolves love caves. So the villagers left their offerings in the cave day after day. And what happened next shocked them all. A month later, all the missing children, presumed dead at this point, returned to the village. The mothers of the village wept with joy. Thank goodness you're safe. We're so worried you've been eaten by the wolf. Fathers, too, embraced their children. We're so glad you're safe. Where were you all this time? The children looked confused. A god took us away. But they were satisfied and let us return. The villagers, surprised, asked the village chief. The chief pondered about this. It was not the work of wolves, but a god. This god was testing our faith and taught us a lesson. He gave an offering to the god, and so our children were returned. We must continue to make offerings to the god. So the chief had an altar built, and the villagers continued their offerings to prevent any more kidnappings. When we finished reading, Kureha and I merely glanced at each other. Spiriting away offerings, it was just like what Isao Tsugami said, or did.
読み終わったか?
Oh yes. The book closed shut before opening its cover once more.
わしの知る神隠しの知識を伝える。それが今できる礼じゃ。
Thanks so much, you really helped us. It's just a legend, but could it really be true? Curiosity got the better of me, and so I spoke up. About that legend, did it really happen?
伝承と言うたじゃろ。昔これを仲間から聞いてな。それを記しただけに過ぎん。
I see. It could just be a similar rumor. There's no point in us looking into it any further. In addition, given Yui's goal right now, there was probably no point in telling her either.
今の俺たちには関係ない話だ。それよりも七不思議を追う方に集中しよう。
Not relevant yet. Should probably keep it in the back of your minds. Right. Nodding to Kureha, I turned back to the red book. I'll put you back now. Thanks for everything. As I picked up the book, it opened slightly.
お主についている神は悪い神ではないぞ。さあ、棚にしまってくれ。
Of course he's not malevolent. He's one of the love interests. That's my theory anyway. Alright. After returning it to the shelf, I bowed and left the library with Kureha. I guess I really have been spirited away then. If it wasn't a malevolent god, then why? Seiya's words echoed in my mind.
これは私の勝手な考えですが、神のご意志で神隠しにあったのなら、神には何か思惑があるはず。
Or it could be the little boy. Whenever I hear the voice that was talking to her, all I picture is the little boy. I don't know what any of their voices sound like, so I could be totally wrong.
戯れなのか、彼女を思ってされたのか、わかりかねますが、何にしても神は、今も彼女を見ていらっしゃるでしょう。
Could it be it was for my own good? I felt like I was on the right track, but the reason still eluded me. But I suppose that was to be expected. How could I, a mere human, understand the thoughts of a god? Gods worked in mysterious ways, or so they said. For now, I decided to let go of these thoughts and focus on the task at hand. Oh, we get a perspective. I guess we did get an affection up during that. After releasing the second of the 7 wonders, we left the library. Releasing. Is that what they're doing when they call their name? She appeared to be daydreaming, and I wondered what she could be thinking about. Yet I too was battling my own nerves. I let her see me panic. I had vowed to protect her, but I failed. I felt like banging my head against the wall to shake off this terrible feeling. That's it. I should do that. I moved closer to the wall, ready to bump myself when... What are you doing?
情けない己に喝を入れるんだ。
He literally
壁に頭を打ちつけることでな。
He actually told her that. Why would you do that? Please stop.
だが、さっきの俺はお前を守るどころか足を引っ張っていた。恐怖に震えるばかりで情けない。
Hey, at least he's honest with his feelings. But that's not true at all. Besides, having you by my side puts me at ease, Kureha. I put her at ease. Her expression seemed genuine. There's no need for you to bonk your head. She tugged at my arm and I found myself smiling.
お前がそう言ってくれるのならやめておこう。
It's funny. He takes like the children's approach. That's what my 16-year-old does whenever she's done something she doesn't like. She goes and hits herself on the head. I almost patted her head but stopped myself. Touching her could be dangerous. I'd been so cautious until that point. It wasn't that she charmed me as a living being, it was that my hand just naturally moved there. Let's head back to the nurse's office.
ああ、そうだな。休憩した方がいい。
He really wants to touch her. I need some time to calm myself down for her sake. Must calm my emotions. And we're only in the common route. Back at the nurse's office, Kureha tucked me into bed. He then quickly went back out to search for the rest of the 7 wonders. I know he's just being kind to me, but I don't feel safe enough to sleep here. My mind rushed back to the nightmare I had before and I bolted upright. I don't think I should sleep. Perhaps I can find another way to relax. It's too dangerous to go out into the hallway, but I felt like I needed to walk around on my own. There could be a time in the future when I had to act on my own, and when that time came, I needed to be able to move freely without fear. I know, I'll head to the classroom and pick up my bag. After all, I was still curious about what happened with that printout before. Considering how I saw it right after I was spirited away, perhaps it was from the god that brought me here. I peered outside and saw Yui sitting on a chair.
どうしたの？あ、私がいると眠れないかしら。
No, that's not it. I just felt like, rather than a nap, I need to do something to get my head straight, so I'm going out for a bit.
それは許可できないわ。あなたをよろしく頼むと、クレハさんにお願いされているのだから。
Of course he did. I understand, but I don't like always being protected by someone else. I shared my thoughts with Yui. He pondered for a moment, then sighed, seemingly resigned.
あなたの言い分も間違いではないわね。
So...
カリファの花は持っていて。
Yes, I do. I rummaged through my pockets and found the Khalifa petals that Seiya had given me.
念のため手に握っておくこと。そして襲われそうになったらこれを対象の体に押し当ててみて。
Is that the best way to use it?
試したことがないからわからないのだけれど、あなたができる自己防衛の方法はそれしかないと思って。
I suppose that makes sense.
でも一番いいのは逃げることよ。気づかれていないのならこっそりと、気づかれたのなら全力で。
Sorry, I accidentally hit my thumbstick. Got it. I'm not the most athletic girl, but I'll do my best. Yui, thanks for understanding. I'll tell Kureha about this later. Yui smiled at me.
あなたを送り出すのはね、この前あなたも私を送り出してくれたからよ。
I'm sorry. She seems like a genuine person, but now that she's warned the Kureha, she's on my radar.
私の内情を知って身を案じてくれていたのは知ってる。でもあなたは私の意志を尊重してくれた。
Despite the grudges that the other ghosts felt towards Isao Tsugami, Yui was proactive in helping me search for the 7 wonders. And I won't interfere with your mission, Yui. I knew it was her way of atoning for what Isao Tsugami did, and I wouldn't take that away from her.
私もあなたの邪魔をしないわ。応援する側でいたいから。過保護なのはクレハさんだけで十分。
Yes, yes.
あら？それでいくと、私もあなたも反抗期といったところかしら。
It seems like it. He patted my shoulder gently.
いってらっしゃい。頑張ってね。
Yes, I'm off now. Like she's going on an adventure. We waved a goodbye and I stepped into the hallway filled with motivation. I need to be stealthy if unnoticed and speedy if I was. I glanced at the Khalifa flower in my hand, pressed it against the attacker if attacked. Right. Now where to next? Yeah, there's a map, huh? Map is next. Okay, so these two are different. I'm going to say we're going to go to the entrance. So we're not going to look at Hibiki because that's in Hibiki's route, so I'm going to save it for that. So when I make Hibiki's common route, I'm going to include all the choices that you need to go into Hibiki's route. And since this is going to be a unique choice only to Hibiki, I'm going to save it for Hibiki's common route episode, which I usually just speedrun the choices, so I'll just keep skipping to the next choice. And then when we get to this one, I'll actually read it. So we're going to head to the entrance. I headed to the entrance and saw Kureha. Maybe I should go talk to him. Kureha? Upon seeing him, Kureha's eyes widened.
なぜお前がここにいる?
You were restless. Well, about that. I told him about my conversation with Yui. Please don't be upset with Yui about this.
安心しろ。ユイを責めはしないし、お前についても何も言う気はない。
Oh, do you? You're okay with it.
お前の意思を俺も尊重したいからな。くれぐれも気を配って行動するんだぞ。
Besides, he's with you now. He can protect you. Thank you. I'm so relieved he understands.
ああ。俺でよければ、お前の気分転換に付き合わせてくれないか?
That'd be great. Are you sure?
いいも何も。そうしたいんだ。お前といると、心が安らぐ。
He just wants an excuse to be with you. I feel the same way about him. In that case, let's chat. Now, what should we talk about? Oh, I think it said hobbies. I remember this, but let's see. It's funny. I think you talk about the same thing with Hibiki, because it's hobbies for both of them, but the last three choices of this route are different. Since they're all the same in both routes, let's just talk about everything. I'm talking about friends. Speaking of which, do you have any friends?
ああ、いるぞ。一緒に映画を見に行ったりする仲だ。
As in present day? You watch movies in the present day? Oh, what friend is this?
どんな人と言われると?
Is it an imaginary friend?
ああ、そうだ。その友人にも噂があってな。都市伝説と名を馳せている。確か、幸せの...
Happiness?
幸せのハリーさんだったか。
How do you seem unsure? Happy Harry?
ああ、確かそんな感じだった気がする。幸せのハリーさんだ。
I've never heard of that one. I'll look into it when I return to the mortal realm. It sounds like something from a fictional magical academy. But if happiness is the name of his legend, does that mean he's not scary?
多分そうだったと思うが、幸福を呼び寄せるだったか。
Then he's like a guardian spirit. Since his name is Harry, does that mean he's from outside Japan?
いや、日本人だ。ハリーさんという名の由来は知らん。
Now I'm interested. I'll definitely look into it when I get back.
ああ。興味か。まあ、興味程度ならいいか。
What does that mean? Huh? Are you jealous already? Yeah, such a strange friend. I think it is an imaginary friend. Anyway, okay. A bid forward to cooler house. Okay, we're gonna go up and read the rest of them. Alright, let's talk about ghost stories. I was hesitant to ask, but can I ask why you seem to be so afraid of ghost stories and horror in general? Kureha's face became even paler than before. I'm sorry, I forget I asked.
いや、大丈夫だ。 お前が怖い話をしなければな。
I won't. I was just curious why you're so afraid of stuff like that.
全般がダメなわけじゃないんだ。ゾンビやら人型の幽霊やらそういうのは平気だからな。
Humanoid in shape. That's funny. So no monsters.
だが、物が宙を浮いたり、電気がこう、パッと消えたりついたり、そういう異常現象が苦手でな。そういうのをなんて言ったか。
You mean like poltergeist?
そう、それだ。それが苦手なんだ。怖いだろう。生命のないものが動くのは。
But you're unliving and you're moving. Zombies and ghosts really aren't alive though. I know, right? Well, if I have to go and meet the Seven Wonders, I'll be sure to go alone from now on.
いや、そうはいかない。俺はお前を守ると決めたんだ。
Well, I really appreciate that.
絶対に一人で行くなよ。いいな。行ったら許さないからな。
Forbid it. Sure, I understand. I decided to keep quiet about how I noticed his hands were shaking. Poor scared guardian boy. Alright, next one. Lights. Oh, get an affection up. Kureha, is there anything you like? You know, something that gets you really excited?
芝居だな。芝居見物もだが、自分でもやってみたいと思った時期があった。
Oh, theater, huh? Kureha the actor. Let's say that you appeared in a movie. What kind of role would you like to play?
この間見た映画で、秘密の組織のヒットマンが主人公のものがあってな。ああいうのを演じてみたい。
That sounds about right. A hitman of a secret organization. Oh my goodness, what are we doing now? How did they manage to chase me this far? You, how did you find me?
お前に恨みはないが、組織の命令でな。悪いが、消えてもらう。
Is she imagining the scene? Oh my goodness. Wait. That outfit would make him stand out too much. Besides, the time period is all off.
来世があるのなら、役者をやってみたいものだ。
Oh, I never thought about the ghosts being reincarnated. I did think about them coming back to life. I wasn't sure how. Reincarnated, huh? In that case, I hope we can meet up.
そうだな。お前のいる人生を歩んでみたいものだ。
Oh, really? A life with Kureha. Now that does sound interesting. That's cute. I wonder if there's maybe hobbies also has an affection up, because every time we get an affection up, we usually get a point of view change. Curious if it has the same one. I'm gonna go to school. Another one. Yeah, maybe hobbies is the same. Kureha, do you have a favorite place in the school?
お前のいる教室だ。
Of course. He answered immediately. Were you watching me all along?
ずっとではないが、たまに見に行ったりしている。お前のいろんな表情が見えて面白いぞ。
That's really funny. Please don't use me for your entertainment.
ああ、いや、すまない。悪い意味で言ったんじゃないんだ。お前を見ていると楽しいというか、お前を感じていたいと言えばいいか。心地よい気分になるんだ。
That's still pretty embarrassing.
だから、うつしおに戻った時も見守らせてもらうぞ。
That makes me kind of nervous, but I guess I understand. If it brought Kureha peace of mind, I guess I don't really mind.
しかし今2年生だから、あと1年と少しで卒業か。お前の卒業式では泣いてしまうかもな。
Oh my goodness, if Kureha cries in this, it's gonna make me cry because he's such a big softie and he's gonna make me cry. He's just gonna wear it off all on me. Actually, I'd be rather happy if you came to see my graduation. I hope you'll bring a handkerchief. A graduation ceremony with Kureha. I assumed that he was joking about crying, but I'd still be happy if he came. Skip faster. Alright, last one. Hobby. Alright, hobbies. Kureha, do you have any hobbies?
最近は友人と共に映画を楽しむことだな。
Oh, going to the movie, so he actually leaves the school. Huh? You can leave the school.
ここに縛り付けられているわけじゃない。心が惹かれる場所ではあるがな。
I wonder if he's different from other ghosts.
ここを拠点としているが、時々外出するんだぞ。海の方まで行くこともある。
Oh, then would you say going for walks is one of your hobbies too?
趣味というほど熱心でもないな。気分転換といったところか。気分転換は重要でな。心が病まないよう、いろいろと娯楽を見つけては挑戦している。心が病めば悪霊化してしまいかねないからな。日々、楽しみを発見するようにしている。
Oh, that actually sounds kind of tough. Seeing as we're all cooped up in here, I wish there was something I could do to help.
それならもうできているぞ。
Oh, really?
あ、お前と会話していると心が安らぐ。だから、また話しかけてくれ。お前ならいつでも大歓迎だ。
That makes me genuinely happy. I enjoy talking with you too. In that case, I'll be sure to stop by again soon.
楽しみに待っているぞ。来ないなら、俺から会いに行くからな。
Sounds like a plan.
そうか。そんなに喜んでくれるのなら、この後すぐに会いに行くか。
Well, I mean, we're already together right now. Kureha can sure be an airhead sometimes. But I guess that's part of his charm. I bid farewell to Kureha and realized something on my way back to the nurse's office. Right, I was heading to my classroom. I changed directions and ascended the central staircase. I thought he was going with you. I wonder if Hibiki is around. Ran into the mirror, I saw him sitting alone by himself on the stairs. On the stairs or in the... Hibiki. He's been waiting for you all this time. Noticing me, his entire face seemed to light up and he came out of the mirror to see me.
僕の出番でしょうか。情報屋として頑張ります。
Oh, he's so excited. He's like, good idea of service. Oh, no, it's not that. I just happened to pass by this way and wanted to say hi. Hibiki tilted his head in confusion.
これから七不思議の会に会いに行くんですか？
I wanted to pick up some things I left in my classroom, plus there was something else I wanted to check up on.
そうですか。荷物を取るだけ。
Oh, you crashed his world. Is something wrong?
僕も一緒に行きたいな。
Really? Are you sure? I knew he'd be holed up in his mirror by himself for so long, so his request caught me by surprise. Why is he the glossary term? It refers to Hibiki. Suppose that he's been shut in his mirror for a long time. He has started to come out more often as he began talking to the protagonist. I don't know why they thought that was necessary to put a glossary term. Also, he was forbidden from interacting with the other ghosts, right? Was he?
幽霊に会いに行くわけじゃないなら平気です。
I don't remember reading about that. But what if we see another ghost along the way?
それを言われると。
I hope I haven't upset him. What should I do now? Don't worry, I'll protect you. This is, like I said, all the choices are different from here on out, so we're just going to go with Kureha's, which is don't worry, I'll protect you. I was puzzled about why interacting with other ghosts was forbidden. It seemed to be something rather core to who he was, and I realized I couldn't simply ask, so instead I said, I'll protect you, Hibiki. Let's go together.
あなたが僕を？
Yes, I'll keep you safe from ghosts, don't worry. I expected him to be happy about my offer, but instead he seemed offended.
バカにしないでください。女の子に守られなくても、僕は平気ですから。
You've upset him. With that, Hibiki headed up the stairs alone. Uh-oh.
さあ、行きますよ。僕が先頭です。
I thought he was leaving. I guess not. I quickly rushed up to follow him. I didn't mean to belittle you.
僕があなたを守る側ですから。幽霊が来ても平気だって分からせます。
Really, I thought you wanted to avoid them.
大丈夫になったんです。たった今。
Not such you belittled him. I guess this is what happens when you injure a young man's pride. I know, right? Okay, then I'm counting on you. There you go. It's he wants to be depended on. Vicky turned back to me, smiling confidently.
はい。任せてください。
His smile was oddly reassuring to me. Entering my classroom after so long felt strangely refreshing. Now as to why I came here. The mysterious printout was still on my desk. I'll be quick. With that, I headed to my desk. Then I picked up my bag and slung it over my shoulder. I cautiously looked down on the printout, but... no way, it's totally blank. At that time, I thought I remembered seeing something else drawn on it.
どうかしたんですか？
Hibiki approached, seeing me frozen in place. Oh, how could I possibly explain this? I hesitated, then told him about the blank printout I found upon waking up.
このプリントに触れたら何か書かれたですか？
Hibiki pondered, looking at the printout.
もしかしたら今見えてない裏面に何か書かれているかもしれませんね。僕確かめてみます。
But
大丈夫ですよ。あなたに何かあったら大変だけど、僕なら平気です。わかりますよね。
is Hibiki saying that because he's already dead? I understand, but I'm still worried, whether you're living or dead.
え？
Perhaps my reaction was emotional, but this affects me directly. No, I should be the one to touch it. I was too scared to do it back then, but in the end, it didn't harm me. I reached out and...
ダメ！
No. Yuki's scream made me stop. Yuki? He looked as surprised as I was.
ごめんなさい。急に大きな声を。うまく言えないんですけど、例えば死ぬようなことじゃなかったとしても、苦しむ姿を見たくないんです。生前、僕は傷つけられ、苦しむ人たちの声をたくさん聞いてきました。それがとても辛かったし、怖かった。
The straight expression on his face told me just how much the divine invocation incident had affected him. Could he have ended his life because he couldn't endure it anymore? That was terrible. The sharp pain echoed in my heart. The pain wasn't exactly mine, but for Hibiki and for all the terrible trauma he must have suffered.
だから、あなたが苦しむ可能性が少しでもあるなら、僕が回避させます。
Determined, he slowly reached out for the printout. Still worried, I watched him flip over the paper. Nothing. It was totally blank. Surprised, I turned to Hibiki. Hibiki, are you alright?
はい。異変とか起きてないですけど。
All that build up for nothing.
以前、あなたが触れた時何か描かれたなら、僕が触れても同じ現象が起きると考えていたんですけど。
Alright. His words give me a hint. I think it reacts to me, and it never occurred to me when it was blank, but this item probably belongs to me. That's why I need to be the one to hold it. Hibiki instantly looked worried. It should be fine. If it's related to the god who spirited me away, it won't hurt me. Still, I'm not sure if it is the same god. However, I knew I needed to say this, or Hibiki would never let me touch it. The spirit in the library said the god who spirited me away isn't evil. Again, that's just what I heard, though. I have no proof. only the red book's word. Hibiki looked back and forth between me and the printout, clearly torn about what to do.
わかりました。異変を感じたらすぐにプリントから手を離してくださいね。
Understood. Oh, and I have this, so there's nothing to worry about. I showed him the Khalifa flower unwrapped in my handkerchief.
どうしてあなたがこれを？
Wait, you recognize this? Apparently it's called the Khalifa flower and...
いえ、知らないです。知っている花かなって思ったんですけど、違いました。
I think you're lying. Okay, anyway, I got it from the Grand Warder of Hell. It's supposed to protect me from harm.
それなら安心です。
Hibiki seemed to be acting a bit strange, but I was glad to see he was reassured. He then offered me the printout and I took it carefully. At that moment...
探しましょう。あなたの道を。僕はあなたを闇へ誘うもの。
The forgotten memories started flowing into my brain.
進路のプリントについては今日持って帰ってきなさい。早く記入して提出しておかないと。
Wait a minute, you can't just ignore how I feel about this.
何も決まっていないのでしょ。それなら聖銀大学で考えてみなさい。きっと気に入るはずだから。
After regaining my memories, my vision was still flashy and throwing me off balance.
危ない！
Vicky caught me by the arm, preventing my fall. Oh, sorry. I'm okay. Vicky immediately became self-conscious, then quickly let me go.
あ、僕こそごめんなさい。触れてしまって。なんともないですか？平気ですか？
Yes, I'm fine now. I saw some visions from before I came here, and I think that's what made me dizzy. That voice was the same one from my room. I really have been spirited away.
思い出したんですか？
Yes, I remember everything. This piece of paper was my career path survey. Though I wish I could forget about that call I had with my mom.
進路って進路希望のですか？生徒たちが最近話していますよね。進路が決まったとか、まだ考え中とか。ああ、鏡の中から生徒たちの会話を聞いて、それで知って。
Ibiki kept talking, but my mind was elsewhere, recalling the events leading up to me coming to this place.
大丈夫ですか？
Yes, I'm fine.
とてもそんな風には見えないですけど、もしかして記憶の中に重要な情報があったんですか？
I nodded, still lost in thought. I think I was spirited away while struggling with what to do with my future. Could that lead one to being spirited away?
詳しく知らないので間違っているかもですけど。
His tone was reserved, and I turned to face him, still feeling groggy from the vision.
きっと神様は進路のことを一度忘れさせたくて白紙にしたのかなと思って。焦らずに落ち着いてあなたに考える時間を与えた。
Time to think? His kind-hearted interpretation shifted my ability in negative emotions. I never thought of it that way. If Hibiki was right, maybe this guy really was a force of good.
どうでしょう。いい神様って聞いてこう考えてみたんですけど。
She didn't say kind, she just said not evil. Hibiki's keen observation and kind words touched me. Again, they're different, so we're going to say maybe it really is a good god. Not only does he try to protect me physically, but emotionally too. So maybe it is a good god. If what you say is true, then this god must indeed be good. Sure hope if that's the case anyway. As I mumbled, Hibiki leaned over to me.
そうだと思いましょう。その方が素敵だから。
Wonderful.
こんな目に遭ってるあなたからしたら迷惑だと思いますけど、羨ましいなって。未来をいいものへ変えようと力になってくれている。 僕にもそんな存在がいたらなって。
I thought I understood what Hibiki was getting at, and it saddened me. Give me time to think. I remembered my phone conversation with my mom and felt pained. I'll use this time to think about my path forward after I get back. I could also use this time to figure out how to patch things up with my mom. If this was indeed an opportunity from a god, I shouldn't waste it.
ちょっと見てください。プリント。
Huh? I looked down at the printout. What the heck? The area that was once blank now had a flower drawn on it. This is it. This is what I saw before. Saw a flower? At the time, I was panicking. I couldn't see it well, but it was this flower.
彼岸花
Uh-oh.
ですかね。
If it's called a corpse flower, that's like that should be a premonition, right? Yeah, that's right. And there are 7 of them on this page. What a coincidence. Something strange struck me about the 7 flowers. Only 4 are colored in, the rest aren't.
これがあなたのプリントなら、あなたについてを表しているとか。
So, Hibiki, Kureha, girl, book. So she's got 4 out of the 7 wonders, and 4 of them are colored. That's my guess. Just as before, Hibiki continued to help me think about what this could mean. If it's supposed to be me, 7 flowers, some colors, some not. 7? Could it be the 7 wonders?
今、七不思議のうち、いくつ名前を聞いていますか？
Aha, I was right. In response to his suggestion, I quickly began counting on my fingers. Kureha, Yui, Hibiki, and the red book. 4. It's like the colored flowers. That realization sent a chill through me. Does this mean if I find all the names of the 7 wonders, the god will return me to the mortal realm?
きっとそうですよ。今のあなたの状況ぴったりですし。
Triggering a spirited away seemed like an enormous task, but I'm on the right track now. Realizing I was making progress, I felt as though a ray of light was shining in the darkness. Had I been alone, I didn't think I would have figured any of this out. I probably would have been trapped in a negative emotions, those memories dredged up. Hibiki. I bowed deeply to him. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for your support. Looking up, I saw Hibiki looking back at me flustered.
あ、僕はそんな大したことしてないというか。でも、力になれたなら、すごく嬉しいです。よかった。
He smiled bashfully and stammered out his words. Am I gonna go through this whole episode without another CG? I can't think of another one to do. There hasn't been any good, like, images to capture. I don't know. Hibiki and I chatted while going down the stairs. Suddenly he stopped. Strong. A chill ran through me. I sensed something behind me and froze in place. There's something behind me.
逃げてください。
Uh-oh. Hibiki whispered as he passed by me. I turned and saw him facing something with an ominous aura. That sounds incredibly creepy. Oh my goodness. I think they're saying Yui Kigami, how dare you? It's that ghost from what? Is it? I thought it seemed to be a victim that was tormenting Yui before the cafeteria, though something about it felt different.
僕が死ぬことはありません。だから逃げてください。
But I hesitated to leave him despite his assurances.
足手まといなんです。だから、早く。
He is not kidding around. You better go. I sensed a deep meaning behind Hibiki's words. There's nothing for me to do here. Thank you. With that, I started running down the stairs. I headed towards the nurse's office, but sensed another ghost below. I found myself in the 2nd floor hallway. I should find another way besides the central staircase to get to the 1st floor. I cautiously continued right before the stairs. I saw the girl again. She found me! I turned and ran. Down the hallway, I saw Hibiki running towards me. Hibiki! Seeing Hibiki, I instinctively relaxed and ended up tripping over myself. This is bad. By the time I stood up, Hibiki was already by my side.
I
got a CG, yes. Oh my goodness, his tone of voice. He just turned all protector mode on. Hibiki stood between me and the ghastly hand reaching out to me. Is this what happens when the dead is attracted to the living? After he spoke those words, a terrible sound echoed through the halls. And they couldn't leave off there. This game loves cliffhangers. Oh my goodness. He just broke her hand or her arm or something. Either that or he ripped it off. The spookiness is finally coming in. Man, Hibiki just did a 180 in personality. He was a scared little fraidy cat that didn't want to go near any ghosts and wanted to avoid them, and now he's like protecting them and like breaking them. I really want to keep reading. Dang it. I really want to keep reading, but I want to try to. This is only like it's less than an hour and a half long, so I can edit this and probably get this out tonight too. Well, tomorrow's Halloween, so I could probably get another recording out, but it's going to be a long day. I was going to dress up as like a witch to hand out candy and have my 2-foot long snake with me to see how many kids were afraid of snakes. I mean, I'm still going to. I don't have any really witchy clothes, which is unfortunate. There is some party places that are open, so maybe I can find something. But yeah, because a lot of people are afraid of snakes, so including my neighbors next door. So my plan is to like get the snake out when it's still sleepy. Like, I mean, he'll probably get active the longer I keep him out, but I want him to be like dormant. So people think it's a fake snake. And then when they go to like touch it, it's like real. That's my plan anyway. But then when it starts moving, of course, it's going to look real because, you know, it's moving and the tongue is coming out and everything. But yeah, I think he's about 2.5 feet long. He's a year and a few months old. I don't think he's fully grown yet, though. I hope he gets like 3 feet or 3.5 feet. But male snakes don't get as long as the female snakes, which is unfortunate. I want him to be like really long. He's already the longest snake that we own. We have 4 snakes, 4 pythons, and he is the longest one by far. The other ones are short and fat. Well, not all of them, I guess. I do have a baby snake. He's 3 months old or almost 4 months old, but he's pretty long for a 4-month-old. He's over 1 foot long already. He's super skinny, so I think he's going to be the same as my other one. The other 2 snakes, my kids own. They're in their rooms, and they're short and fat. Anyway, enough about my snakes. If you guys enjoy, drop a thumbs up down below and or subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.